Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Bros 1975.
This is Thunderblade on the Amiga, released by US Gold in 1988. And yep, let's get the elephant in the room out the way at the start. It's coded by Tiertex, so I'm not expecting this to be very good. Obviously, it's based on the sprite scaler Thunderblade, released in the arcades by SEGA in 1987, which is arguably my favourite of Sega sprite scalers because it's more impressive than everything else and does something entirely different. Basically, this game, as you can tell from that picture, and you can tell by the shape of the helicopter and the name, is inspired by Blue Thunder. And the first stage, which takes place in a city, just blew me away as a kid. Absolutely blew my tits clean off, because not only, cause it's basically a shoot 'em up, you fly through you fly through a city, you know, a la Afterburner, but it's slower and everything is bigger and the buildings are far more solid and chunky, and it's really, really impressive. And obviously you have stages as well where, you know, it's a horizontal scrolling shoot 'em up, but the buildings you can fly up and down, you can ascend and descend to the floor, and they stack the sprites in such a way that it looked absolutely fantastic. And while the PC Engine is my favourite home port of this, I have played this once and it is brutal. While the PC Engine is my favourite home port of this, and Thunderblade on the Spectrum, I'll get to that, on the Master System's a really, really good port. They don't even try to replicate the sprite scaling of the arcades, particularly in the vertical scrolling sections. But US Gold releases on the Spectrum, the Amstrad, the Commodore, the Atari ST and the Amiga, and I've played the Spectrum, I've played the Commodore, and the Spectrum, while lots of people hate upon it, actually attempts to replicate the sprite scaling in the vertical stages of the arcade, which blew me away as a kid, absolutely blew me away. Anyway, so the story is basically Blue Thunder destroy a rogue military enemy state sort of thing in a helicopter that looks like Blue Thunder. I have no doubt that this is running too fast, but to be fair, every video I've watched of this, it is absolutely brutal. Now, there is an NTSC version, an American version. The difference between that version and this version is, weirdly, this is the version that has Pepsi sponsorship in it. Right, so fire. Let's get into this. Right, there you go. Now, when you're not moving, you press backwards and forwards to ascend and descend. Then you press fire when you're at your selected height, and that's when you move. And your weapons are automatic. So as you can see, it does. It's fucking brutal. It does a reasonable attempt. It's scaling the stuff. I can't go up or down to show you how good it does it, because I will get shot. I have made it to the boat stage. I have a feeling you're not going to see much of it, but the music's amazing. I had to show it to you because I'm doing all the Sega arcade ports on the Amiga, and I think, while everyone slates on this and hates on it, because I am obsessed with the arcade machine, two cabinets by the way, sit down one, where it's not like it's hydraulic like Space Harrier, but when you move the joystick in one direction, the cabinet goes in the other, and it's like all based on gears. That's the one I played as a kid, that's the one I loved. But yeah, while I was obsessed with this as a kid, that's why I have to show you this, even if it is running too fast, and even if it is brutal. But even if it wasn't running too fast, it's still fucking brutal. Make no mistake about it. It's basically sheer fucking luck if you get, to the fucking second stage. There is no canyon stage, I'll tell you that. See, look, this is even reasonably impressive. Reasonably. It's still brutally hard. Look, 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 look! Wendy, I can fly! Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. And even this stage, the scrolling is appalling. Let's take out their one chopper. But even this stage, you know, is impressive. Apart from the janky scrolling. But I don't want to put my name in. It's not like I've achieved... Well, you could argue I have achieved something when you see how fucking fast it runs. But ultimately, because you have to use fire to lock your altitude and then fly forward, it renders your, you know, using your altitude to evade bullets and missiles useless. Whether that, you know, going up or down would do anything about it, I don't know. And whether you can set it to the keyboard, I also don't know. It seems to me the way to do this, he says that, and he died, is extreme movements. And don't sit on your ass there, because you will get punished, as you could see. It's like you forget, you're like, oh no, I'm on a second stage, and then shit, I just got shot. So yeah, it's very, very, very ambitious. Obviously the arcade machine had a speed button, didn't it? Ooh. I mean, it's certainly more impressive than the Mega Drive version, Super Thunderblade, which, being a massive fan of the arcade, so disappointed me. You can only shoot when they're open, can't you? Oh, fuck balls. I don't even know what I have to shoot here. So yeah, as you can see, even if it is running too fast, it's just brutal. And especially on this stage, and the scrolling is making me want to throw up. So you could say it's accurate to being in a helicopter. Look, I'm shooting ladybugs. Fuck balls. But I think it's impressive. I'm sure everyone's going to disagree with me. There's a complete element of luck in this. I mean, like I said, by all means, if it is running too fast, let me know. But holy shit, right, pull up. Yeah, extreme right to left, extreme right to left. That's the only tip I've got, and that's not even much of a tip. That's called on a wing and a prayer, which is ironic because I'm in a fucking helicopter. Move! Right, how many lives I got? Right, so speed bottom left, that's irrelevant. Altitude top right, that's also irrelevant. That's distance. Again, I don't know where to shoot. Oh! Like, where, here? What? Where? What? Wow, why? Something? Oh, Jesus! In other words to that effect. Oh, he's going to shoot from behind now, isn't he? Bastard. Doesn't play by cricket's rules, does it? Ooh. Yeah, crooning. It helps. And my hand's cramped to tits. So like I said, all its faults, I find this impressive. Are we going to make it to the next stage? Holy shitballs. Also, I don't understand the massive bezel. Well, I do. I don't know if this is an ST port, but what's with the two dudes at the top? Oh, okay, now that, while I'm impressed by the first level, I'm certainly not impressed by this level. This makes me want to chunder like a motherfucker. Come on, let me get to the end. Ooh. What? Oh, there are canyon states. Well, inside the canyon state. Holy shit, I got hit by a plane then and not shot. That's definitely not cricket. So yeah, you know. I think I would love to run it properly, but as I've said, they don't release any firmware patches to fix any of the fucking problems on this machine. now that they've released it, which I'm not going to lie, it's fucking poor. And while there are videos out there saying, you know, edit the text file, it doesn't work for me. I'm not saying it doesn't work for the people that put it out there, but I've followed the instructions so perfectly and it doesn't work for me. So while this is my favourite Mini, complete fucking lack of support for fixing its bugs pisses me off. Because otherwise it could be absolutely perfect. Unlike this playthrough here. Oh, janky scrolling. So yeah, basically, you're not going to see any more than what I've shown you, but we'll have one more go. The city stage, while short, which is a mercy, fuck. See what I mean? It's sheer fluke. I'm stuck. Yeah, I find really impressive. I'm sure other people won't, because I've seen other videos on it, and while they all say it's brutal, they all say they think the graphics are a mess as well. I think, I mean, if you compare this to the PC Engine version, which is the better game, by far, by absolute far, the city stages, why aren't you moving? You got like a turbo effect as well once you finally start doing that. The city stages are the most impressive home computer port version and more impressive than the PC Engine. Obviously the Sharp X68000 it's pushing up with the arcade. It's not arcade perfect, but if you ever see a video on it, you'll see how Jim Dandy it is. I thought I crashed it then. So there you go, Thunderblade, warts and all basically. Doing all the gameplays, running too fast possibly, still impressive, but doing all the gameplays of Sega games, so I had to show this. I've only got a few left. I don't know if I can fix Shinobi, and I'm still dreading playing eSwap because I think that will be the bottom of the barrel. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day. Any of the micro versions, how does it compare to the Atari ST version? What do you think of the arcade version? And what do you think of the Master System version? And thank you very much for watching. And oh, and also, Blue Thunder the movie's fucking awesome. And thank you very much. And it will totally take Airwolf in a fight. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you later.